were going to Lake Powell in southern Utah. Lake Powell is surrounded by a massive amount of public lands with only a few access points. One of those points is the Marina at Bullfrog Bay. Now this place gets pretty busy in the summer months, but keep in mind it's in the middle of nowhere, so it's more like a small self-sufficient village. On site, you're going to find a convenience store, there's a mechanic, there's a hotel with a restaurant, there's actually a school, a couple of different campgrounds, and then there's a variety of housing for seasonal and full-time employees. And then of course there's the large full-service marina. We had to check out the houseboats because renting one for a few days sure sounds nice. Time to get the kayaks wet. Pretty sure these are pelicans. So we paddled across the bay, we beached our kayaks, and we set out on foot to do a little exploring. The slick rock here is so inviting, we just had to check it out. I'll talk about it a little bit more in a minute, but I just wanted you to take note that this is the only functional boat ramp at this marina. They call this slick rock because of its appearance at a distance. It's really sandstone and is very similar to concrete. It grips like sandpaper, which makes it really easy to walk on. We were really surprised when we got to the top of the slick rock to find little flower gardens. Apparently there's enough sand and water that collects in these dimples to sustain life. And while it doesn't show well in the video, we were really surprised to see all these flowers were in bloom. Now this is the biggest boat ramp I've ever seen. And I know it doesn't show well in the video, but I really was going about 15 miles per hour. And it still takes me about 45 seconds to drive to the end of this boat ramp, which means the boat ramp is about 1,000 feet long. It's no secret that Lake Powell is in trouble. Everywhere you look here, you can see how far the water level has dropped over the years. If you look at the concrete, you can see how many times they've had to extend the boat ramp just to keep it in the water. Yes, Dodge engines are good for something. In the distance, you can see just a little bit of the lake. Then I'm going to zoom in on the landing that was used by the Hall's Ferry to transport cars across the lake. It doesn't look to me like it's been used in a long time, and maybe it'll never get used again. And this is a great example of how much the water level has dropped over the years. We didn't spend all our time at the marina. We got out into the desert and did a little exploring there too. The miner that was building this ranch ran out of money before he had a chance to finish it, but at least he got the root cellar done. We have no intentions of doing some four-wheeling on this trip, but when you're out exploring and you don't know where the road goes, sometimes that's what you end up with. But driving down this wash was really cool, although it was a bit hard on the truck. But we did get to see some really cool things along the way, and eventually it did come out at mining headquarters.